What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Metal Gear Solid 4. Konami has finally realized its existence. They finally mention it. They bring it up. And look, I don't think it's any surprise, or it should come to any surprise, that whenever we get the next Metal Gear collection game, the Metal Gear Solid 4, along with a couple others like a Peace Walker type thing, I think they're going to appear right on the next collection. And that's coming from just intuition, right? Just thinking about it, of what came in the first collection. Number two, calling it Volume 1, right? Like the first game is literally called Volume 1. So I would just say you just call it whatever, but you don't have the volume part if that's all you were going to do. So clearly you were going to do more, and clearly you're going to have more games. I do believe there's been rumors / leaks before. I think it's popped up before, kind of on back end stuff. I think there's even been signs in that department to show that MGS4 is going to be there. But finally, they do the biggest wink, wink, nod, nod that I think you've ever seen before in your life, right? Let's read the quote that they say. So they say, "We definitely are aware of this situation with MGS4. Unfortunately, we can't really say too much at the moment. With Volume 1 containing MGS 1 through 3, ... you can probably connect the dots." And I mean, what else do you really, it's exactly what I just said. Everything we already thought, and the back end stuff that we have kind of seen, and now they say that. Of course, and I like this. By the way, I know they're not normally perfect. Actually, most times they're not very perfect with these collections, right? They're maybe not even the best way of playing some of these games. And you could argue like the Metal Gear collection on PS3 is maybe better than this, Volume 1 collection. The Silent Hill collection back on PS3's era, right? That one is very commonly referred to as like one of the worst ones out there. In fact, it makes the games worse. But that's true. That's all very true. I'm not sitting here to disagree with you. But I do think I want to give them a little bit of respect because they at least keep these games around, right? Whenever I see like Castlevania yesterday, I believe, right at the Nintendo thing, like these are games that are kind of obscure, and I don't know. I just like when you have these Mega Man collections or these Castlevania collections or these Metal Gear or Silent Hill. Silent Hill, not for a while, right? But I think you'll probably do more Silent Hill collections as time goes. They might not be the best way to actually play these games. Say Silent Hill 2, the enhanced mod on PC, is the best way versus any other way. But at least they do make it accessible. So I always want to kind of give them credit where credit's due. In an age where games are being forgotten, in an age where games are being left behind, and you have to kind of go other methods, right, to play some of these games, say on your computer and other means, right? To have them at least be around. Granted, they might not be the best way of playing them, but they can be played. And a lot of people are not going to go out of their way to play them in other ways. MGS4 is trapped, right? Like, I talk very commonly and very often about many of the PS3 360 era games that are trapped. And MGS4 is normally not even one that I really bring up, but it is one, right? And I don't really know if the market has reflected it in terms of like sales for like. I actually have it. I have the physical version. I think I might have the greatest hits one. I'm not 1,000% sure, but I do have it physically. So if I were to ever replay it, maybe even before like the MGS3 remake or something, just for fun, I would go to the PS3. But how many people are actually gonna break out their PS3, have the greatest hits, or have the normal version of it, right, and pop that disc in and play on their PS3? It is very few. The percentage is very low. So I don't know if I'm telling you anything that you don't already know, but I do want to give them credit for doing these collections and bringing these games back. I mean, I guess they don't deserve any kind of credit yet, specifically for MGS4, right? Because that has been that's been trapped for like 15 or however many years that the game has been out, right? So they've definitely got, I think maybe 2008, so maybe even 16 years, they got to bring that game back. And I have no doubt that when they do a collection 2, which, I wonder if it would be like right before, right after the MGS3 remake, considering, maybe that's like early 2025, maybe you continue throughout the year and you give us another Metal Gear game in that way, right? Maybe next year. I hope it's next year, right? We can free this game from the PS3 shackles. And I saw a lot of, by the way, just throw it out there, there's always like the memes and there's always the comments about just like it's just a cutscene game, and that's fair. That's fair. A lot of this game is cinematics. Notoriously, the ending of this game is cinematics. I saw people saying like, well, I watched it on YouTube, like does that count as playing it? That's very funny. That's very, very good. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.